Hello everyone. Before I get started this month, I just wanted to clear something up. Last month, I mentioned that I was working on something big this month, and I think that gave some people the impression that it didn't have to do with Unusuals, but it is still very much about Unusuals. So back in February, I made a community showcase video talking about the city builder in the game. And it was kind of a huge fiasco because I couldn't record video of it running, and also because it looked like garbage. Since then, I've slowly been working on overhauling the entire thing. What makes the city builder work numerically hasn't changed much, but I've completely changed the visuals, which, believe it or not, is a much bigger undertaking than the numerical portion. So here's what the city builder looks like now. Basically, it still has the player deciding what sorts of developments to build at different points on the map, depending on the likes and dislikes of the different demographics that make up a city's population, as well as the terrain and the specific needs of the residents. Once the player has finished making their decisions, the game outputs a map that's customized to visually reflect the decisions they made. For this city, there's 21 possible developments, each having their own unique art asset. Once the final map has been made, the player can look at a quality of life analysis that lets the player know how well they've met the housing, food, medical, educational, and recreational needs of the residents, as well as how the three major demographics that make up the city feel about it. Beyond each development having their own unique art asset, each development also has at least one unique NPC, and each NPC has multiple dialogue paths depending on how their demographic feels about the city, as well as how well the city was made. I should also mention that each city's quality of life score has larger narrative implications outside of just how NPCs respond to the player. Honestly, getting the city builder up and running was a tremendous amount of work. By far the biggest undertaking with the city builder was making the map visually reflect the decisions made by the player. Because plugins kept crashing the game, I had to do everything in base RPG Maker, and what normally would have taken 21 events actually took 780 events. To use up the rest of my time, and because Christmas is coming up, I thought I'd share my recipe for Shadow Drop cookies from the EZA cookbook I made a while back. I know this is hard to read, so I'll link to the cookbook in my Patreon post. Bye!